Hello, mysterious person behind the screen, and welcome to my Big Finish CD and digital collection. So this should be everything that I've listened to, and I'll give you my thoughts on each story. So yeah, let's just get started with the special limited editions. I have two. I have the 10th Doctor Adventures and the 6th Doctor's Last Adventure. The 10th Doctor Adventures I really enjoyed. I'd probably give the box set an 8 out of 10 overall, and a 25 out of 30 if you want to judge it by 3 stories. So I really like Technophobia. That's a very good story. Time Reaver was disappointing, but I didn't really have very much expectations. And Death and the Queen was my favourite of the set. I really loved Death and the Queen. So 6th Doctor The Last Adventure, you can find a full review of that on my channel, but I think that's a great set also, especially Stage Fright. I think it's a really awesome story. So now continuing on with the main sort of CDs. First we have the Maltese Penguin. This was a really fun story, nice easy listen, very light-hearted adventure with Frobisher, and it features Colin Baker trying to do an American accent, so yeah, that's worth it for that. Bang Bang Boom, I gotta admit, I couldn't really get through this one. I need to listen to it again and try and see if I can get into it, but yeah, I couldn't really get into it properly. Jubilee, I've done a review of this, very outdated, not proud of it. Jubilee's an alright story. Well, it's good. I listened to it again, it didn't really hold up as much as I thought it was, but it's still a cracking story, and you can see that it clearly inspired Dalek. Now I have some 4th Doctor adventures here with the Trail of the White Worm. This was actually the first Big Finish I actually bought, so probably not a good starting point. Trail of the White Worm is a pretty good story. It's a nice little, entry in the 4th Doctor Adventures, I suppose. And then I've also got its follow-up, The Asylum Adventure, which again I think it's a pretty good story, and I actually think it fits in quite well with the 4th Doctor. So yeah, two good stories there. So jumping from the middle of Series 1 to Series 3, The King of Sontar by John Dorney. This is a great story. I think it's a really good Sontaran story. This is how the Sontarans should be done. They're threatening, they're great, they don't take no shit. It's great. The 5th Doctor box set featuring Psychodrome and the iterations of I. Now, Psychodrome I haven't really listened to properly. I just haven't. In all the time I've owned this, I haven't got right to it. Yeah, I know. I really should. But I really loved Iterations of I. I thought Iterations of I was fantastic story. So yeah, I loved Iterations of I, and I will get round to listening to Psychodrome at some point. But now we have the 8th Doctor Adventures Series 1 Episode 3, Horror of Glamrock. Now I have listened to Blood of the Daleks Part 1 and 2, I just don't own it. Blood of the Daleks Part 1 and 2 is an absolutely fantastic story. I think it's smashing. I love Blood of the Daleks Part 1 and 2. Horror of Glamrock, I love this as well. It's such a weird, light-hearted, fun story. If you want a bit of fun, just put this on. Have a listen to it. It's a really nice, fun little story featuring Una Stubbs and Bernard Cribbin. So yeah, it's got a good cast, that one. Earthly Child and Earthly Child. Now this one is a special release, and you may remember I did an unboxing of this was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. And I really enjoyed this one as well. There's a really nice scene with the Doctor and Susan when they first. So when Susan sort of first realises that it's him, and that's a really nice scene, and I really enjoyed this one. It's a nice little story. Thin Ice. Thin Ice is a great story. This one, Thin Ice is a really good one. I think, I think it's a bit overrated, and this one isn't looked highly upon anyway, but I think it does go on a bit too long. But yeah, it's an alright story. Now we have The Light at the End, the one that's praised constantly. Everyone loves this one. Me personally, I find it quite overrated. I still love it. I just think it's got way too much going on in it, and I think it should have been simplified down. But to be honest, it's still a better 50th anniversary special than the one we got on TV, because at least this feels like a celebration of all Doctor Who in general. And then we have Unit Extinction, an epic new audio adventure. I loved Unit Extinction. I thought it was very good. You got Vanguard, Earthfall, Bridgehead, Armageddon. Vanguard was good. Earthfall was probably the weakest in the set for me. Bridgehead, yeah, it was good. And Armageddon was very good indeed. So, yeah, I really liked all the stories in the set. I can't wait for Series 2 coming out this month. Gonna pre-order that, I think, maybe. And it's a really good Auton box set, and yeah, I just love this one. We also have the 11 here, which is a very good 8th Doctor story. And No Place Like Home, which I haven't listened to yet. We have the War Doctor the Innocent, which is the first story in the Only the Monstrous box set, given away free with DWM 500. Now, I love this one, and the ending to it is just so epic and badass. The War Doctor's just amazing in the ending of this, and yeah, I may have to get the box set now. Last of the Titans, which I found was a nice, easy listen, and yeah, good story. And finally, Klein's story, despite the fact that it says Survival of the Fittest, it is not. But yeah, Klein's story, it was alright. I didn't really enjoy it that much, but it was good. So that's the end of my Big Finish CD and digital collection. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care now.